My name is Jackie Melchiorri. This is April 5th, 2004. My connection to the farm is that I help the farmers with everything they need to work, whether it's big or small. I just love coming here. It's tons of fun. I love to learn a lot about the food and the livestock. It's everything. Well, my parents set me up to this camp here because I had a little phobia of bugs, and I also had disabilities, so I needed to work on social skills. So when I come here, my first advice is like, what am I doing here? But then later on, I got used to how the bugs help with the growing of the plants and how it works by recycling the compost. And eventually, I work really and love, the more I love this place, the more I want to be here. I would say everything. Like every time I come here, it's like you'll never know what's going to happen here. I would say one thing that is unusual is that we used to have a hawk in a chicken coop, which we have no idea how it got in there. So we had to one of us had to put fire gloves on and go in the chicken coop and grab the hawk and let it go.
Wow. When was that?
That was probably, I would say, probably 10 years ago.
Wow.
I've been here for 13 years. I would say the community, because we're getting more and more involved, and we're building more environment and more adding on to the farm as we grow. Typically, it would be coming here and do the chores, check up on the animals, and then do whatever that needs to be done. And from there, I just help with anything that needs to be done, whether it's like need to do something good, whether everybody needs to call my name and ask me for help, I just do it. That's a tough one. I would say help out like with anything that has to do with the animals, whether it's bottle feeding or go and check on them. I would say the goats are my favorites.
Yeah, why the goats?
Because they're always so happy and jumpy, and each animal here has their own personality that you could tell. I would say summer, where we could see like more kids come here and they each like interact, like they never been here, it's their first time. They come here and they're so excited, and then by the end of the day they ask their parents, Mom, Dad, can I sign up next year? I want to come back here. So it's like they each are amazed. I would say I learned about planting, harvesting the plants, and when to prepare them, when to plant them, which is very good. That and learning how to make maple syrup. It's kind of an easy process, and then you learn like it's a lot of hard work. I would say this one funny memory is that I was on my way to check on the animals because one summer the teen work crew was building a rabbit run, and the leader, James, was just saying, "It's all finished." So I looked at it, and I'm like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be funny." So I walked up into him and I said, "James, I got a question." He said, "What?" How you how you supposed to get in the rabbit runs? And he puts his hands up like, "Oh, I forgot about that." So he did all that work for nothing. So it's like a couple. And then another one is that I was working and all of a sudden the pigs got loose. Like they were walking down towards the forest gnome. So it's like everybody rush to get your boards. So it's like all the animals come out. Oh.
Did you manage to get them in?
Yes, we did with teamwork.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of the
Another
farm.
one is when we had this big ram, this mean ram named Eddie, and we had like teamwork was like rushing in their pasture, like trying to work on. One of them's lookout, and all of a sudden, like one of them says, like he's coming. They're all dashing. Like Eddie was like a raging bull, and like I'm watching like a bull fighting. Only except the teens are more afraid than the
Oh dear! And again, how did you get Eddie back to where he needed to be?
Oh, he was in the pasture. Everybody was like in their pasture, and they were jumping out of the fence.
Oh, I see.
Rushing out of them so they don't get rammed.
Oh gosh, I've heard about Eddie.
Yeah.
And the mean ram. Wow. So and so that's kind of what you're saying about. Whenever you come to the farm, you never quite know what's going to be happening that day.
Exactly. You never know what's going to happen.
And you like that variety.
Yeah. It's like every day I come here is like a whole new adventure. Whether you're learning something new or you're trying to solve something, it's like amazing. I hope we get more volunteers and more people to realize that this is such a good place to learn, and it's a good place for their generation, their kids, to learn how to get their hands dirty and work with nature. I would say over the past years, I have learned and grown, and I learned so much with the community and the staff here. I'm like very proud. Like I came from like being like quiet until I worked my way to being like social, learned to interact with the staff, learned to work with the animals. It's like I just love this place. There's like so much you learn. Like learning what's fresh and what you could recycle, you could rebuild, you could take things apart.